everybody, welcome to the Cave's Guitar Tutorials. My name is Alex Johnson, and we have Blue Oyster Cult coming to the Cave. This is really exciting because they are awesome musicians and really cool guys. And so today we're going to do Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. This song is pretty simple. There's just a couple things to keep in mind. One thing, the biggest thing, is that you hold the G string sustained throughout these chords. That might take a little practice or focus, but that's basically the only important thing for this. They're pretty simple chords, pretty simple melodies and rhythm. So yeah, let's get into it. This is basically A minor to the G to kind of an F chord back to the G. And this one, on these chords, you only need to use the lower 4 strings. Meaning the first high E string, that's the first one, the last one is a 6. So you only need the 3rd through 6th strings. So on here you go, on the A minor chord, you don't need your index finger here. You just use the open A, the 2nd fret of the D string, and the 2nd fret of the G string. So you go, you strike the A string, strike the D string, strike the G, and then strike the G string again, although this time you lift up your ring finger so it's an open G string. So it's... And then that note is the one you want to sustain until you strike it again. Then you go to the G string, G chord, which is just the 3rd fret of the low E, the 2nd fret of the A string, and then the open string D, open string D. So you go, hold that G string, you just strike E string, A string, D string, G string. And then the 3rd chord is 1st fret on the E string, which is the F, 3rd fret of the A string, which is the C, and then the open D string, open G string. And then you strike it exactly like the G chord, which is strike the E, strike the A, strike the D, strike the G. And again, you want to sustain that G. Back up to the G chord, the same exact one as the 2nd chord. And strike it the same way. Strike the E, strike the A, strike the D, strike the G. So to summarize, it's... So yeah, it's pretty simple. The only thing to keep in mind, like I said, is to sustain that G string. Every time you strike it, you sustain it until you strike it again. So what I mean by that is you go to the 1st chord, you sustain that, and as I go to the next one, it's still being sustained. And then I strike it again as the last chord, sustain it through the 3rd chord, strike it again, sustain it into the 4th one, which is the G chord, which is the 2nd chord we played. So yeah, it's Don't Fear the Reaper. If you guys would like to hear more, see more, get the rest of this guitar lesson online, just hit us up on Facebook or leave a comment on this video and we'll definitely make another one for you.